Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Bethel Evangelical Free Church Hanley. I'm Pastor Gervais Charmley. This is another historic church in Rutland. This is the Church of St Mary, Edith Weston. No, Edith Weston is not a person, but a place. Edith Weston is not far from Rutland Water. Rutland Water is an artificial reservoir designed to supply the thirsty cities of the Midlands. And this building is, like so many in Rutland, it's 13th century, in parts late 12th century, with additions in the 14th century through the 15th, bringing it to the Victorian era. It hasn't been over-restored. It still has pews. They're not terribly old pews, but they're terribly nice pews. Very nice pews. And we'll see them as we go around. So let's do that then, have a look around this historic building. As usual, then we start at the west end, and you can see here these rather nice pews. They're relatively high-backed. They're not very old, I suspect, but they are unusual. They clearly have been made by someone local for this church. And so we move into the north aisle. You can see here these columns now. This is late 12th, early 13th century. You can see the arch there rather than pointed, but still. And you can see also that the chancel arch has a bit of a lean to it, outward lean. It's quite normal in old buildings. It's not something to be worried about, hopefully. No, you're not. You don't have to worry about it at all. And at the back here we have Sir Gilbert Heathcote's memorial. There he is, and there's his putto supporting him, inadequately draped, poor thing, poor lad. But there we are. Born at Chesterfield in Derbyshire. He's a person apparently of great natural endowments improved by long experience. So there he is, Sir Gilbert Heathcote, Knight and Baronet, even, yes. He was Governor of the Bank of England at one point, and 1711 Mayor of London. So, very experienced gentleman. What you think about him, depending on the Bank of England, but there we are. One memorial here. Now, you may have seen these previous Rutland churches, these horseshoes. This is the Rutland War Memorial that relates to the horseshoe presenters at Oakham. And here's the font. It's a box. It's a lead-lined box. Perfectly square. And perfectly plain, basically. And we have here the RAF memorial window in Memoriam, Royal Air Force Station, North Luffenham, and then of course you've got the Per Ardua ad Astra. More Heathcote memorials here, and memorial to those who were reburied here when Normanton Church was flooded to make the reservoir. The side altar here, the RAF, and the memorial chapel. And there you have a modern window of Christ stilling the storm, and behind there is a picture of the church at Normanton, which now sticks out as Rutland Water. They wouldn't allow it to be flooded, so it wasn't. It's now a memorial. Now we are looking back west. So here is the church, and then you can see one of the chandeliers there. So here we go into the chancel. Now, this was restored in the 19th century and has been vaulted, which is nice. The organ is a chamber organ. This is the sort of thing you have in a country house more often than in a church, but quite a lot of them end up in churches because churches need organs more so than country houses on the whole. And chancel, so this is very much redone by the Victorians and done well. Sedilia there, just a bit piscina, but again it is Victorians. They tend not to use them. And then we've got the childhood of our Lord in the window there. Nativity here. And then we look west. That lovely old roof with its old roof beams. And then into the side chapel. There is here an organ chamber on one side and the chapel on the other. Some old banners here to do with there's a military, which regiment, I don't remember which regiment they are. Yes, it's the number 1 company Coldstream Guards. So these are the Guards. The Coldstream Guards are one of the elite regiments historically. And in here, in the transept, we have Victorian south window, and here we have memorial to Richard Halford and his family. So that's the Halford memorial. Also includes Richard Lucas, prebendary of Canterbury and many years rector of this place, who died in 1780. And the last surviving medieval seating elements here are these. These are medieval bench ends that have been turned into a reading desk, lectern, probably lectern. And these are the poppy head, the famous poppy head bench ends. And that's the side chapel, memorial chapel there, Mother's Union banner, etc. So that is Edith Weston. And yes, it's getting a bit gloomy now, starting to rain, I think, out there. And so now we're outside here at Edith Weston. You can see here this is the transept, the south transept tower, spire, and that's 14th century spire rising from inside the parapet there. So we'll look around the outside again and see the salient features, as they say. So here we are, and you can see the clock there, and then this very nice, here we are, but there we are. Here, there's the clock striking 4. You can see there the transept, and yeah, the East End has been rebuilt in the Victorian era. It has the older East End has been replaced. The older East End has been replaced by this not bad Victorian one. Most of the you see there's a big wall on the north side, so we can't see a great deal of the north side. But here there's Victorian and East End. See, there's the memorial chapel on that side. I suspect that there was a rectory. Well, I know in fact the rectory over there, but small house on this side, and you can see here, yes, in fact this just goes up there. That's the organ chamber and vestry, and that's all that's on that side. So that is the outside here. We will have a look at the porch though. You can see there's the gate leading out onto the village, well, onto Church Street. Church Lane anyway. The road the church is on. Porch here. There's one where they haven't built a wall between the two, so there's this funny little gap between the porch and the transept, which you should look at. You go away. The door here is a square top, so not that old doorway, but quite pleasant. And the old rectory's over there. So, and here we have a couple of heads, label stops to been somewhere else before. So we can only really see the east end and the south side. That is, there's this big graveyard. And so there we have it, Edith Weston St Mary's. Fascinating building, as you can see. So thank you for watching, and may God bless you and keep you until next time.